Hello, we are IEO, Interdisciplinary Engineering Outreach, and we design experiments for K through 12 classrooms. Hello, we are IEO, Interdisciplinary Engineering Outreach, and we design experiments for K through 12 classrooms. We were founded in the spring of 2020, and every major engineering discipline is represented. Our mission was to become community leaders, to work with instructors and educators and help foster the next generation of scientists and engineers by getting hands-on engagement. Uh, so as an overview of what IEO did last year with the money that we received from our sponsors, we recognized that the coronavirus meant that a lot of students would be studying online and in an at-home environment. And so we wanted to create home accessible and really hands-on experiments that would teach common concepts that are taught in middle school and high school and that lead into STEM. And so what our team did is we developed 4 kits based around engineering in the disciplines of electrical, biomedical, civil, and chemical engineering. These are the 4 kits that we developed. They're all using common household items or items that can be easily purchased online. All of the kits are under $10 in cost. This was our electrical engineering one where you build a night light using simple components, and we explained things like Ohm's law. This is our biomedical prosthetic hand, again using small components. This is our civil engineering kit where we give students constraints that they have to build a bridge within, and then we test the bridge at the end of the experiment. And then this is our pH experiment using common household chemicals and finding the pH values of them. And then at the end of the experiment, you combine some of those common household items to get a target pH value. So what we did with these kits, we used them in 2 different ways. One was a direct approach where we as IEO members went out and presented the kits, talked about our mates, talked about careers in the STEM field, and then worked with the students to build the engineering kits. And then an indirect approach, we provided the kits to teachers, taught the instructors how to use the material and how to present the material, and then gave them free kits from our organization to give to their own students. We provided about 120 kits overall over the course of the summer of 2021. So our goals moving forward into the next year for the next 2 semesters, we would like to expand our outreach to schools outside Lexington and also a couple outside of Lexington. We will be either giving in-person demonstrations again like we did over the summer, or if that is not possible, we might mail the kits to them. Our secondary goal for this upcoming school year is that we'd like to continue developing experiment kits that are related to the medical side of engineering and how engineering plays a role in people's health and bettering medical diagnosis. We have 2 kits that are already being developed in biochemical. So these are the 2 kits that we're working on and would like to use in the upcoming year. The first one is based around dissolution and the delayed release of pills. And the second one is based around density and the separation of fluids and how that's used in medical diagnosis. So what we're asking for as an organization is $3,000, and this money will be used to purchase material for the new medical-based experiments that we're designing, and we will also use this money to continue the kits that were successful from last year. And also we will use this money to allow our IEO members to mail or deliver the experiments to educators. The benefits that we provided to our sponsors last year is that in all of our demonstrations, we had a slide where we talked about who is sponsoring our organization. In the materials that we gave to instructors and educators, we had a sheet included with the instructions that had a list of all of our sponsors that backed our organization. And also during the ASEE 2021 conference presentation, we presented a paper in which we briefly talked about our sponsors once again. So thank you for listening to this presentation, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. I hope you will support interdisciplinary engineering outreach.